The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by All Pro Roofing. AllProRoofingLLC.com on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right. Oh, yeah. It's the Sports Concepts and Rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. Beef, at the end of the drill, what are we handing out today?
We're going to hook the Googans up, Dan, at the end of the 10-minute drill with a lovely gift card to enjoy Woody's Barbecue. You'll get $25 on us.
Well, I saw the Lakers lost that game last night. Shocking. And, again, it's 5 games in. What are they, 2-3? They didn't have LeBron last night, but they lost to the worst team, one of the worst teams in the NBA.
I mean, the Thunder's awful.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. Again, over here, now the Knicks are playing pretty good. 3-1 start, very early, no big deal. So I'm more into that. But when the Knicks don't go good, which is every other year since like 1973, I root for other things. And, I root against the Lakers and the Nets. I don't want them to win. And so far, so good on that one.
If it was an even money bet.
Yeah.
And you could have the Lakers or Nets make the finals or they don't, would you bet it? In essence, the field versus those two.
Just one of them has to make it?
No, they both have to miss.
Oh, they both? Then I would say.
Yeah.
I would say I don't think both will make it.
Yeah.
If you said one of them will make it, I'd probably still say
probably not to the confidence level of a dime bet.
No.
Yeah. Neither one of those teams is making the finals. Neither one is in the top 3 in their own conference.
It's 5 games.
I don't care. It's not about games. It's about age. It's about what guys are, about who's on the roster. The Nets aren't good enough in the East.
The East is better.
Although the Bucks apparently are still living the high life, a hangover from the championship this season.
They're 3-2.
Lost at home to the T-Wolves last night.
Yeah.
But T-Wolves are off to a good start. The Cavs, the Knicks, there's a bunch of teams off to a good start.
It's showdown Thursday.
Braves are 3-1. Oh, you guys got game tonight?
It's showdown.
I do know this.
We're marching into Chi-Town to hand them their first L of the year.
As soon as the Hawks finished off the Pelicans last night, I knew the Braves would lose. That's happened this postseason. If the Braves and Hawks had played on the same night, whatever one does, the other does the opposite. So
go Hawks.
Yeah, go Braves. That's what I say.
But yeah, that was not a good win. And then there's in Brooklyn, they're not happy either. So
Brooklyn, I don't believe in the Lakers a bit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. By the end of the year, they're not going to have those guys. They're all going to be hurt. I mean,
they're an older
Anthony
team.
Davis went down a knee to knee 2 nights ago, and there was fear all of a sudden he would be lost. He ended up coming back in the game. But, LeBron's sitting out now. They're old, dude. It's a young man's game. I don't think the Lakers can beat those teams in the West in the playoff. I don't think the Lakers can win 4 7-game series in a row.
Wow.
I don't. Maybe they can. It is early, but I'm not going by what I've seen just here. I mean, yeah, that's kind of indicated it, but the Nets screwed up. They should have kept Dinwiddie. That was a mistake. He would have been perfect for them.
Where'd he end up going? Washington?
Yeah. And they're playing better, by the way, and he's kind of one of the reasons why. Here, something happened in the Lakers game last night. It's interesting you started with that one. This one needs to go bye-bye. All right, here are the Lakers.
Yeah.
They're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, a young team, hadn't won a game yet. They trailed by 26 earlier against the big, bad Lakers. They come all the way back from behind. There's about 4 seconds to go in the game. Rajon Rondo goes to inbound it. One of the young Oklahoma City players intercepted the pass, went down, did a dunk, hung on the rim, as time expired. So Russell Westbrook had to go chase him down and, try to fight him.
Yeah.
Hey, Russell. How about don't blow a 26-point lead, you clown?
That's fair.
Perhaps you're getting a little too emotional about what doesn't matter. The game's over. See, I don't know. I've never understood that one, by the way. Now, if you jack up a three-pointer but that's like in the moment. He's a young kid.
Emotional.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Next time, protect the lead.
They hadn't won a game, by the way.
Right. They're terrible. They're the worst team in the league, literally, the Thunder. They come all the way back, and your response after your team blew a game is that's not how the game is played? Let me tell you how else it's not played, Russ. Blowing 26-point leads to the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
But I'm not down with that one anymore. Not just this one, but wherever else that happens. You just got killed. What do you care? Walk off the court, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that's shoving. I don't think that's putting it in your face. By the way, I think that's them celebrating you being having this big choke.
We got really good Thursday night football tonight with the Pack and the Cards, but the Pack aren't going to have Devontae Adams, and Lazard went on the COVID list too. I mean, this is. And Arizona lost J.J. Watt for the year, so some injuries and some
Yeah,
illnesses
it's
to
shocking
deal
that
with.
J.J. Watt's not going to make it through the year.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. He's on a really good team, and I thought he helped them. I don't think he's the player he used to be. He's just beat. He's
Just broken down.
broken
Yeah, boy,
down.
you hate to
Probably
see
the best
it.
way to put it. Yeah, broken down is probably the best way to put it. So he probably is. He's probably done. I was telling you about that, or we talked about in the downtime the Kroenke thing. They're talking like it could be $1 billion that the NFL will have to pay the city of St. Louis.
Good. I hope they do. They did
Yeah.
them dirty. It's weak.
Yeah.
It's always weak, just for the money. They could have put the Raiders, who needed a home, they could have put them in Los Angeles. But no, let's ruin the lives of the St. Louis, fan base as well.
Is it St. Louisians?
I don't know. Maybe.
St.
I
Louisians?
believe we call them St. Losers.
Yeah, I know you don't like them, but
Depends on which team.
I noticed their team was in the postseason. How did your team do?
I noticed they have garbage
Ouch.
pizza. It looks like a saltine cracker.
Ouchie.
St. Louis can go to hell.
Okay.
Bitter much? There's a lot I could go, but I'm not going to. Anyway, there was an article where Jerry Jones and they're all asked Stan to leave the room.
Yeah.
We're
because
gonna talk bad about
half
it
of them
here.
are like, Stan, no, we're not paying this. You got this great facility making $1 billion a year. No, we're not paying these fees. We agree that you would pay them, and now Kroenke's backing off. Doesn't want to pay him.
Stan, we need you to leave the room
What
for
a
a minute. We're gonna
greedy,
dog cuss
greedy,
you.
greedy industry, man. These guys are worth so much money.
I know,
It's just,
I know.
how much do you need, Kronk? Seriously.
Yeah.
Good grief, dude.
Well, listen, when he wanted to go
Never
to
enough.
L.A., he's like, yeah, I'll cover the cost. Don't worry about
Right.
it. Well,
and now that it's here, he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, now
lawsuit
it's-
drags out for 4 years.
it's
You're like,
dragging on
"Arr."
here. It's dragging on. It's becoming clear the NFL doesn't have a whole lot to stand on here. So, listen, again, you're allowed to move the team, but it is. Listen, and this we've always said this. We said this here in Jacksonville. The NFL is a partnership.
Right.
The city and the team have to work in cahoots. There are going to be disagreements along the way. I would say so far so good. It's been handled well here. I mean, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but Lot J failed, and the Jaguars didn't take their ball and go home. They moved on to the next thing, And now the city and the Jaguars have worked together to develop some riverfront property. So, and everybody has an opinion, and they'll text in and blah blah blah. But I think it's all good for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I do too.
Now-
There's enough, by the way. I mean, I don't like getting positioning against like big money shot against your local interest or
Right.
nature versus development. There's a lot of room on that river to build. Those of you that want parks, and let's build a park.
Yeah.
Those of you who want a hotel, let's build a hotel.
Yeah.
Those who want what I want, to be honest, if it were me, I want a restaurant and bar, riverfront, Galleria area. I still don't see that in any of the plans. I see office buildings and, nature walks and hotels. But I mean, again, this is me personally. I'm not saying that's what will be best, but I'd like to have that little, basically kind of like a landing, but modern and new and spread out on the river there.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
All right, so more and more people feeling like the Jags have a legitimate shot at winning out in Seattle.
Did you hear Sticks Jeremiah yesterday?
What'd he say?
He put it pretty succinctly. Beef, here is Daniel Jeremiah from NFL.com on with Rich Eisen on the NFL Network yesterday.
Without Russell Wilson, and we can just kind of say flippantly, well, okay, you beat the Jags. I don't think that's a done deal. I think the Jags are coming off a bye, right, because they were just in London. So they'll be coming off a bye. They'll be rested. The Jags, if you take Russell Wilson out of the equation, I can make a strong argument the Jags are a more talented team than the Seahawks. Russell Wilson has been, I always use the phrase like the Febreze. Like he's just kind of made all that other smell go away on their roster. And now you take him out of there, it's a chore. I mean, you get the one big play to DK Metcalf, but it's a chore for them getting first downs. The roster's not very good. That's why I wouldn't give them that Jags game.
So here's what's funny about the NFL. It works so like first off, Seattle management viewed as brilliant for so many years, right? The Schneider guy, Pete Carroll, the way they've constructed their roster, brilliant. And what we're learning once again is that, well, wait a minute, no, maybe they're not brilliant. Maybe they're really not that good. Maybe Russell Wilson had a point. And so if you're Russell Wilson, you sort of realize, and that's when you start looking around and maybe saying, well, maybe I don't want to be here because you guys can't give me any good players. So if I got no good players and I got to keep bailing us out, so you start to see why he gets, quote, empowered, or why Aaron Rodgers gets empowered, why these franchise quarterbacks feel like, their opinion and their voice matters, because I see you draft, no disrespect, but Brad Penny or whatever the guy's name.
Rashard Penny.
What's his name?
Rashard Penny.
Rashard Penny.
A few years ago, though.
With the first pick, though. The first round pick.
Well, I don't know. I disagree with what Sticks is saying there. I mean,
you think they are talented?
Of course I do. You tell me where Metcalf Lockett line up in the hierarchy of receiving units. Got to be top 10, maybe top 5. Those are good weapons.
Last year's first-round pick was
Chris Carson. If he's healthy, he's a good player. Now, defensively, that's a different issue. But when it comes to Russ and the side of the ball he's dealing with, now I don't know about their line. I mean, he seems to be sacked a lot. Maybe the line hack, but they've tried, right? They traded for a couple of guys along the way.
I'm just looking at their picks here through the years, and
they're also picking late. I mean,
they are.
They got Metcalf. I mean, that's a good pick.
Yeah, they got Metcalf. Well,
who else have they drafted? Who are they?
Well, it was Malik McDowell. 1 year and 17.
He's already been released.
And Rashad Penny, Rasheem Green.
I don't know who that is.
Those are their top 2 picks in 18.
Yeah, no, I don't know who Rasheem Green is. I
don't either.
I understand you're telling me they're there.
They did Shaq Griffin, but he's gone.
Yeah. But not a terrible pick.
L.J. Collier, Marquise Blair.
Yeah,
there's Metcalf.
What? Are you giving me first-round picks?
I'm giving you first and second-round picks. Yeah. Jordan Brooks last year. How's he doing?
Beats me. I'd have to know who he was.
Darrell Taylor, Damian Lewis.
I will say this. They have somehow managed to take the most anonymous players in the draft. I mean, we talk a lot of draft around here. These are names I don't even remember hearing.
Who did they trade their picks for last year? Because they had 3 picks last year.
Well, Dwayne Brown.
Dwayne Eskridge, Trey Brown, and Stone Forsythe. We know Stone Forsythe.
They were kind of raving about him early in the process, but I guess you do that when you only have
Did he make the team?
3 guys to pay attention to. I can't imagine that no one in the draft class made the team. Perhaps. I don't know.
Oof. I mean, I'm just saying this is not.
No, I get it, but we could pick apart a lot of teams, a lot of teams that win.
I understand, but that's no bueno, my friend.
All I'm trying to say is this guy saying that they're just all they have is Russell Wilson. That seems a little much to me.
That seems a little much.
To me, it does.
I mean, Bobby Wagner's getting old.
Sure. No, I'm not saying that this isn't the team of 2012, but go find me another team how the Carolina Panthers doing? They were in the Super Bowl just a few years ago. I guess that's my point.
Yeah, but we hold the Seahawks up as a perennial.
But that's
they know what they're doing.
Well, and that's earned.
Yeah.
And I think we should still think that, even though they've lost their quarterback, their running back, and they're off to a worse start.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't think it's all Russell Wilson. Certainly, you get a quarterback like
Tyler
Russ.
Lockett's a good football player, but he's been
so
around.
So is Metcalf.
Freddie Swain was a good draft pick, but.
Yeah, because he was late.
But is he a good draft pick because of Russell
The problem is offensively. Carson was a great find, but again, he's hurt. I mean, you got to have guys. It's the whole ability. Availability is important.
Yeah.
So, I have a.
You know who their defensive tackle is?
Which one?
Former Jag great. Free agent signing.
It's not Sheldon Day. I saw him. He's playing somewhere.
Sheldon Day's
in Cleveland.
No, Sheldon Day is. Who did we play week 1? No, it wasn't Houston. Where's Sheldon?
Wasn't it Cleveland they played here?
It was.
He's
Cleveland.
taking a starting spot up there.
It's Cleveland. No, it's Al Bubba Woods, who chose not to play with us last year.
Yeah.
He went back to Seattle.
Well, good for him.
But, Rasheem Green, Poona Ford, Al Woods, Kenny Hyder is their line. Brooks, Bobby Wagner, Benson Mayowa is their linebacking core.
Now, all that being said, I know the weather was rough the other night, but New Orleans only scored 13.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? So, I mean, before we go out there expecting to come home with 35 points raining.
I'm not expecting anything.
We're going to light it up.
I'm
just excited to go somewhere and have a shot at somehow getting a dub.
A streak has continued in Major League Baseball. Okay, with Charlie Morton making the World Series. That's another player, 7 stages of John Smoltz. It's another player that had been a teammate of John Smoltz at one point. So what I need you to tell me is what's the consecutive year streak of a player in the World Series is either a future or former teammate of John Smoltz. What kind of time? Like, when did this start? In 1991, 2000? I mean, what are we doing?
No, it's pre-Smoltz. So when did Smoltz get traded from the Tigers for Doyle Alexander? That was early 90s, I'm suspecting.
I'll give you a little bit of a break. It was late 80s.
Late 80s. So I will take it back to 1978.
That's close. Good answer. 1982. This is 40 years in a row that a Smoltz teammate has been in the World Series.
Yeah.
Like before, obviously, it was guys who became his teammate.
Sure.
The streak starts with Ted Simmons in 1982. He was a teammate of Smoltz in 88 on the Braves.
Uh-huh.
And then we go Ozzie Virgil, Darrell Evans, Pendleton, and the most recent is Charlie Morton the last 2 years. Because he was a teammate of his when they first brought Charlie Morton up in the early 2000s.
40 years.
40 years of a
I wonder if
of a direct personal tie to the World Series.
Is that like a record? Do
I don't
we
know.
I mean, does anybody else have?
Yeah, I don't.
Because you'd be surprised by some of those streaks like that because it's the before and the after guy.
And especially nowadays with so much fluidity.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you move around a bunch.
You know, it's not
Yeah.
irregular for guys to play for 5 franchises you don't realize
Yeah, yeah.
that are pretty good players.
My favorite was always the ones who played in like 5 different decades or something like that. You know, like if you come in like a year ending with a 9.
69, right?
Yeah,
you play
yeah.
through 91.
Like I think Ted Williams played in a bunch of different
we
decades.
just had a guy who did. There was just a guy
Did we?
recently who
Yeah.
did. Yeah, hit. Is it? Can you hit 5, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000?
Here's a list of guys
Yeah,
who've
probably
spanned 4.
Okay.
That's 4.
4 decades.
Yeah.
One's
including
recent.
into the 2010s.
Okay.
You had that went from the 80s to the 2010s. You had 2 guys or 3 guys.
Moyer, Jamie Moyer.
Moyer went 86 to 2012.
Yeah.
Griffey went 89 to 2010, and Omar Vizquel went 89 to 2012.
Yeah.
So nobody. What about when 2020 came around? No one is.
I don't think anybody had played
Has
in the
anyone ever
1980s.
spanned 5 decades?
Yeah, I don't think anybody had played in
That's 30 over 30.
You'd
year
have to
career.
be from
You
the
can't do
80s
that.
to be
That'd
playing in
30.
2020. Nobody was around.
No, you'd have to like 69. You'd have to play all the way to 2000. That's
Right.
31 years.
That's what I said. These guys that spanned
4
4
is
started
the
in
max.
89. So you'd have to have a guy playing last
4
year
you can do 19 years.
who joined Major League Baseball in 1989.
You'd have
There's
to do-
none of those.
You'd have to do. Yeah, you'd have to do. You
Four,
can do 20.
4's a lot.
Yeah.
Satchel Paige, Minnie Minoso,
These are the 4-decade
and
guys.
Nick Altrock are the only 3 players to appear in Major League Baseball games in 5 different decades. Satchel Paige played in professional baseball for more than 40
Okay,
years.
these are gimmicks because you're putting like a 70-year-old out on the field. So,
Right.
I mean, whatever, it counts. But
Yeah, 5
that's,
different
that's
decades.
gimmicky. I mean,
Yeah.
it's for actually earning your roster spot and playing, I would refer to
Minnie
Beefs.
Minoso appeared in 5 games in his 50s after coming out of retirement
Yeah.
with the White Sox in 76 and
I
again
remember
in
him.
80.
I remember him. That was such a unique name. You get that baseball card when you were a
Ted
kid.
Williams
Minnie
went
Minoso.
1939 to 1960. So
That's 4 decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's more like it.
Yeah, those are the ones
You
that
you
you-
barely make one and you barely make it to the other because
Yeah.
people aren't paying 30.
Minoso was a stunt because he played 49
Yeah.
to 64.
All right.
He came
Then
in pinch hit. He was a great
came
pinch
in, he
Satchel
played,
Paige was also
he
brought
made
back
8
in like
8 plate
57.
appearances in 76 as a 50-year-old and appeared in 2 games in 80 as a 54-year-old.
love that stuff. Anyway, that's some of the things going on in the sports world. We're going to talk some injuries with Doc Murphy, hear about his trip to West Point.
Sorry, Doc. I picked Wake Forest. I forgot you were up there.
He stuck it to
to
you,
blame
Doc.
me.
It was close, though, man.
He stuck
I
it
mean,
to you.
when you think about programs that are going to put, combined to put 140 on the board, you think of Army.
At least it was fun to watch, or maybe not.
I mean-
caller number 1, 641-1010. Beef, tell them what they're going to win.
Call number 1, right off the rip, going to go home with a $25 gift card to dine on us at Woody's Barbecue. Enjoy that, 641-1010. Be caller number 1 right now.